Ma'am, we are not able to hear the voice. Ma'am, we are not able to hear the voice, ma'am. मैम Ma'am, we are not able to hear the voice, ma'am.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Ma'am, we can't hear you, ma'am.
Ma'am, we can't hear you, ma'am. Ma'am, we are not able to hear you, ma'am.
Hello? Hello, am I audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Now you're audible.
Previously, I was not audible.
No, ma'am. You were in.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but my mic is on only. I'll just explain you again. Okay, so this is the problem 40 what we are dealing out. So where it is being told it is an hexagonal lamina of side 25 mm resting on one of its side on HP. Since it is resting on one of its side, you have to show its side and not the corner. I have explained you the position, how it looks when it is resting on one of its side and one of its corner in the video links as well and in the last class. So accordingly, you will trace out the true lamina in our top view. So whenever it is told it is resting on one of its side on HP, you have to start up with the top view and then come back to the front view. So first you will draw the side FA, take the interior angle of 120 degree from both the side. Please draw a line. After drawing the line, you then again measure the distance 25 mm, cut an
Ma'am, we are
arc.
not able to see the screen, ma'am.
Hello? You are not able to see
Ma'am,
the
we are not
screen.
able to see the. Yeah.
I'll share again, just a second. Is it visible? Hello?
No, ma'am.
We can see the screen, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am, we
okay.
can see, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Jayant, you please check what's the problem at your end. You will construct the hexagonal lamina here by taking interior angle of 120 degree, measure 25 mm side. So you will complete the top view, which is the true shape of it. After that, you will take the projection above. As the observer, when you view from down, A will be visible and F won't be visible. So A dash will be visible and which is not visible, which is hidden, will be written in the bracket. Similarly, when the observer views from here, B will be visible, so you will write B dash outside. E is on the same line and hence it will be hidden, so you will make it as E dash in the bracket. Similarly, view from here, C will be visible, so you will write it as C dash in the front view. D is on the same line but it is hidden, so we will write D dash in the bracket. So this completes the front view and the top view of the first stage. So then what has been given? The lamina makes 45 degree to HP. So the front view, the surface which was parallel to the XY line will be inclined now to 45 degree to HP. One thing, when you keep the concept of resting on one of its side on HP, we start up with the top view and then go for the front view. So in that case, always you have to take the inclination of HP first and then the inclination of VP. If it is a problem resting on one of its side on VP, you will start up with the front view, come back to the top view. In that case, you have to take the inclination with respect to VP first and then the inclination with respect to HP. So this basic concept you should be sure. Every time I won't be able to tell you this. So after you shift the surface to 45 degree to HP, so you leave some space, make a point, name that as A dash F dash. From there you please take 45 degree. After taking 45 degree, you measure this distance A dash to C dash, how much it is. Come back here, keep one end of the compass and cut an arc on 45 degree line. After you do cut an arc, come back and measure the distance A dash to B dash of E dash, how much it is. Keep the one end of the compass and cut an arc. So you got all the 3 points. Please do name it A dash, F dash, B dash, E dash, C dash and D dash. Then please take the projection down. After taking the projection down, extend the projection from the top view also. Then please start reading the locus. So locus of A and A dash will meet here. So this is our A. Locus of B and B dash will meet here, so this is our B. Locus of C and C dash will meet here, so this is our C. Locus of F and F dash will meet here, so this is our F. Locus of D and D dash meets here, so this is our D. Finally, locus of E will meet E dash over here, so this is our E. So after you get all the corners, please use thick dark pencil and darken it. So now you can see the true shape of the lamina is now compressed because the surface is inclined to 45 degree. Previously it was parallel to the plane of projection. So after the second stage, please see, in the previous problems in the last class, you were not getting the information with respect to inclination of VP. Only based on the description, we were finalizing the last position. Now it is directly given the side on which it rests. So this is the side in which it is resting. The same side is now making an angle of 30 degree to VP. So we have to take 30 degree to VP, leave some space and draw a line 30 degree to VP. After that you have to replicate now the same side which was resting on HP to 30 degree line. So you make a point here as F, and from there you measure this distance how much it is, F to A, and then cut an arc on 30 degree line. So then you will get the side FA. So now once you got the side FA, you have to now reconstruct the second stage to the third stage. Please don't take the measurement from first stage to the third. That is wrong. Always you have to shift the second stage top view to the third stage. And here it is not a beta angle problem. Why? We are focusing on the side, and the true length of the side here is same to the true length of the side in the second stage. So it is clear enough, you won't determine beta angle. So after you fix this, you have to construct this entire part. So how do you construct? Draw a perpendicular line from A and perpendicular line from F. Okay, so measure this distance F to D, how much? On this perpendicular line what you construct, you just cut an arc, and again you measure from A to C. What is the distance? Keep one end of the compass here. You have constructed a perpendicular line. On that perpendicular line you just cut an arc. So now you got the point D and C. F and A you have already. So what is left out? E and B. So what you do, you have the perpendicular line here, what you have constructed. On this perpendicular line, you measure this distance, F to this point, what is it? Just by using the compass, just make a point on the perpendicular line what you have constructed. This is the perpendicular line what you will construct. On that perpendicular line, you just measure the point from here to here, what it is. And again you have one more perpendicular line what you have constructed. So on this perpendicular line you measure the distance A to this point, what is it, and just make a reference. So you got now 2 points on the construction line what you have drawn. So you just draw a locus passing through the 2 points on the perpendicular line. So you will get this line as a reference. So after you get this line, come back to the side FA and measure the distance F to E. What is it? So keep one end of the compass here and cut an arc on the line where you have drawn parallelly to the side FA on the perpendicular line. So it will cut at some point. So that point you name it as E. And again you have this line what you have drawn on the perpendicular line. So on the same locus of the line you have to cut one more arc. For that you will measure the distance A to B. What is it? So measure this distance, keep one end of the compass here and cut an arc on the same line. It will meet at some common point. So name that as B. So now you got all the points A, B, C, D, E and F. So you join all these using continuous dark line. So now you have shifted the second stage of the lamina to the third stage, inclined to 30 degree. So the last step everyone is aware of. So you have to take the projection from each corner of the lamina. Don't forget it. After taking the projections, you will extend the projection from our front view also, from A dash, F dash, from B dash, E dash, and from C dash and D dash. After extending, now you locate the point. So the locus of E is meeting E dash at this point, and then locus of F is meeting F dash at this point. Locus of A is meeting A dash at this point. Locus of B is meeting B dash at this point. Locus of C is meeting C dash at this point. Similarly, locus of D is meeting D dash at this point, and locus of E is meeting E dash at this point. So each corner you first name it. After naming, use the dark pencil and thick in a single stretch. Okay, so this is how you have to solve the problem. This is a direct question in which the inclination with respect to HP and VP are given. In the last class we dealt it with the twisted questions. So this is a direct question which is easily understandable. So this is about the problem 6, what we have to solve about. So next is problem number 7. So what it tells, it is again a hexagonal lamina of side 25 mm. It is resting on one of its corner. Previous thing was resting on one of its side. So it is now resting on one of its corner. The lamina makes 45° to HP and the diagonal passing through the corner. Okay, this is 41 primer. I will go there directly. Next is problem number 41 in the primer. This is 41. So this is a problem. So what is the problem given? It is an lamina of 25 mm resting on one of its corner on HP. So you have to start up with the top view and then you have to go for the front view. Since it is resting on one of its corner, you have to show the corner, not the edge. Okay, and even the inclination with respect to HP is given 45° to HP. So the second stage you will shift to 45° and it is a problem on diagonal. The diagonal passing through the corner on which it rests. So this is the corner in which it is resting. So the diagonal which is passing through the corner means this is the diagonal A to D. So the diagonal which is passing through the corner is inclined to 30° to VP. So they have given the inclination with respect to HP and VP and it is a problem on diagonal, so which is inclined to 30° to VP. But when you can see, you will get the true shape in the first stage and the apparent shape in the second stage. So the diagonal here which had the true length will be compressed and you will be having only the apparent shape. Since it is not the true length over here, you have to determine the beta angle. Here there is nowhere mentioned as appears to be. The diagonal passing through the corner on which it rests is appears to be inclined at 30° to VP. If it is told like that, then you will directly shift AD to 30° to VP. It is not appearing to be, it is directly inclined to 30° to VP and hence you have to determine the beta angle. Okay. So first you will rest with one of its corner. So for constructing this kind of corner based lamina, what you have to do, first you will draw an horizontal line of 25 mm. Since it is resting on one of its corner on HP, you have to start with the top view. Okay, remember, draw a line, measure that as 25 mm. From there you will take interior angle of 120 and again interior angle of 120, draw the line, measure the distance as 25 mm, cut an arc. From here again you take interior angle 120°, draw a line, interior angle 120, draw a line. Okay, cut an arc for 25 mm and 25 mm. So then join each corners and name it as per your order. And then the observer views from here. Since it is resting on one of its corner, A will be visible, you will write it as A dash. here you have B and F both on same line. B will be visible and F will not be visible, it will be hidden. So F dash in the bracket. Again you have two corners here with observer views from the bottom. C will be visible and E will be hidden. So E is in the bracket and C dash is outside. And this corner will be clearly visible when you views from the down here. So D will be visible, what you name it as D dash. So after this you join with a continuous thick line. So this will be our front view and the top view. So this is the first stage. And then it is told the lamina makes 45 degree to HP. So the surface which was now parallel to XY line will be shifted to 45 degree to HP. So again the process is same. You will leave some distance, make a point and write it as A dash. From that point you take 45 degree. After taking 45 degree, you measure this distance A dash to D dash how much it is, and keeping one end of the compass here, please cut an arc. When you do cut an arc, you will get the end point D dash. Join it using thick line directly. Then you go and measure A dash to B dash of F dash what is, make as reference point. And again you measure D dash to C dash of E dash how much it is, make a reference point. Or you can measure from A dash to C dash E dash also. And from here you can mark that point, whichever is convenient to you. After that, do name it, don't forget. Write it here B dash of F dash, C dash of E dash and D dash. After you mark all the points, please take the projection down. So once you take the projection down, you extend the projections from the top view also. Then you start reading locus of A and A dash, locus of B and B dash, locus of F is here, F dash is here and locus of F is here, then you'll get the point F, and you have the locus of E and E dash meeting here, so this is point E. Then you have the locus of C and C dash meeting here, then this is our point C. Then you have the locus of D and D dash meeting here, so then this is our point D. So after you get all the corners, please darken it. So now you can see the apparent shape of the top view, and this is the true shape of it. And you see whether it's a problem on the side or diagonal. It is a diagonal. So what has been told? The diagonal passing through the corner. So this is the corner in which it is resting. So the diagonal which is passing through the corner is nothing but our AD. So this diagonal is inclined to 30 degree to VP. So the diagonal here is compressed due to the inclination, and hence it is the apparent length and not the true length. Due to this, what you will do, first you will take 30 degree to VP. After taking 30 degree to VP, you have to first measure the true length of the diagonal. So leave some space and fix either point D or A, whichever is convenient. In this case, they have fixed the point D. After fixing the point D, the diagonal D to A is been measured. And keep one end of the compass here and cut an arc on 30 degree line. So it will, so on 30 degree line, this is a 30 degree line. So this will be A1. Okay, so you can name this as A1 and this will be A. So you can identify which is the apparent and which is the true length. So on 30 degree line, after fixing the point D, measure the true length and cut an arc. This is the true length which has been named as A1. So after getting A1, please draw a line for locus of A. Once you do it, come back to the apparent shape, measure the distance again A to D. So your D is fixed, keep one end of the compass here and try to cut an arc on the locus what you have drawn. So it might meet at some point, name it as A. So D is fixed already. A you got now. So join both A and D. So after joining A and D, if you extend that line back to XY line, then you get the beta angle. So this is beta. Always the apparent angle will be more than given inclination to VP. Okay, so you after that you please measure how much you are getting and write down what is the angle you are getting. So now you shifted the diagonal to 30 degree to VP and got the apparent angle and the apparent length of the diagonal also. So the now same distance, the apparent length of the diagonal is shifted to our apparent angle. So once this is done, you have to construct the remaining part of the lamina. So how do you construct? You got the corner A, you got corner D, you got. So now you have to focus how to get E, C, B and F. So for that, if this is the corner D, right, corner D, you need to find out now E and C. E and C is on this line. So you should try to trace out this line over here. For that, you know only this point D. So check what is this distance from D to this point, what it is. So you just mark that point on the diagonal. After making that point, just draw a line perpendicular to our apparent length of the diagonal. So you will get this line on which E and C is located, but you don't know where it is located. For that, what you do, come back to the corner D and measure this distance. D to E is how much? So measure that distance, come back to the corner D of the third stage and try to cut an arc on the line what you have drawn. So it will meet somewhere. So you get D to C if you cut an arc here. Similarly, this distance also will be the same. If you measure D to E, same thing, you can cut an arc here on the line what you have constructed perpendicular to the diagonal, apparent length of the diagonal. Okay, so now you got the corner E and C. Similarly, you have to get the corner F and B. For that, you should be knowing this distance from D to this, how much it is. Or else the other easier way is you have the point E and C, right? From there, you just drop a perpendicular line from E and perpendicular line from C. After that, you measure this distance. E to F is how much? Cut an arc on this perpendicular line. Similarly, measure C to B is how much? Both will be same. So keep one end of the compass here and cut an arc on the perpendicular line what you have drawn. So you got the corner now B and F. Name it as B and F. So now you got all the corners. After you get all the corners, use the dark pencil and join it immediately. So now we are shifting the second stage uh, top view to that of the third stage, and you have determined the apparent angle also. It is a direct question with the inclinations given on the diagonal problem. So then you take the projection from each corner A, B, C, D, E all above and extend the projection from the front view also. Then start leading the locus. Locus of E will meet E dash at one point. Locus of D will meet D dash at one point. Locus of C will meet C dash at one point, name it. Locus of B will meet B dash at one common point, name it as B dash. Locus of A will meet A dash at one point, name it as A dash. Locus of F will meet F dash at one point, name it as F dash. So after that you please join all A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, D dash to E dash to F dash and back to A dash. Do this using the dark pencil. So you will get the last stage of the problem, which is our front view. So this is a way you have to solve the problem.